Hello, welcome everyone. I will be starting a new series on Leetcode 75. So when you go to the Leetcode website, under the problem section, when you scroll down, you will see the Leetcode 75. It is mentioned as Leetcode 75 study plan to answer interviews. Click on that and you will see the Leetcode 75. So it is a study plan prepared by the Leetcode for solving the DSA problems. So if you are preparing for the technical interviews, then the Leetcode 75 will be helpful in cracking the technical interviews. So it consists of three levels, level 1, level 2, up to level 3 is there. And level 1 is for beginners and the level 2 is for intermediate. And the level 3 is a bit harder one. So but you need a premium account to access the level 3. In this series, I will be covering level 1 and the level 2. And right now I'm on the level 1 page. Here in the level 1, it is subdivided into 15 days. So up to day 15 is there. Each day you can solve up to 2 problems. So all total we will be solving 30 problems in 15 days. So let's uh, get into the problem. So click on the first problem. So it is the Leetcode question number 1418 and title is running sum of 1D array. Before we write a code, let's understand the description of the problem first. Here is given an array nums, and we define a running sum of an array as running sum of index I is equal to the sum of all the integers starting from the index 0 till the index I, and return the running sum of the nums. Here some examples are given. So given 1, 2, 3, 4 is are the integers in the array nums, and output we got is 1, 3, 6, 10, and the explanation also given here. So I will take this example. So how I will take this example and I will explain. So here a nums is given. Nums is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 is given. So the running sum is equal to since the first index is start from 0. So since there is no previous value, so 1 will remain as 1, and the second index, since we got a first as 1 as a first previous value, so we need to add 1 plus 2, and for the third index we need to add the previous value, means the sum. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, and in the fourth index we need to sum with the previous value. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus with the current value, that is 4. So we got 1, 3, 6, and 10. So this is how. So what should be the approach? So how to get this result? So how to write a code? So I will write a pseudo code. Since the problems is given an array, so we need to iterate over the array. So let's take a for loop for I is equal to, since we need to start from the index, so we will 0, we will take I is equal to 0 until the index I is less than or equal to or not equal to less than size of the array, that is, let's say nums dot size, and then I need to be incremented I plus plus, and the next step is that so let's take a variable, let's say sum, and we need to add the value and say sum should be 1 nums of I. So what should be the output of this? Output is let's since we are iterating over the array, let's take this array 1, 2, 3, 4. So index is 0, 1, 2, 3. So since the sum, what should be the let's guess the sum of the, what should be the value of the sum. So sum from the first index, I is at the index I, so I is at the 0, or I is equal to 0. Sum is initially sum value is 0 and the nums of I is 1, so the sum value will be getting 1. And for I is equal to 1 means the since we are incrementing the I value, we are incremented by 1, so sum value will be, in the previous value of the sum is 1 plus nums of I means the current value of the integer is 2, so it will be 3. So next I is incremented by again 1, so I will come 2, and the sum value will be 1 plus, since the previous value is 3, so we need to add 3 plus 3, and then we got 6. Again I is equal to 3, I is incremented by 1, and sum is equal to 6 plus the value of the current value is 4, that is 10. So at last, when we return the, so if we return what sum, then the sum will be getting 10, so 10 will be returned as a sum. But what we need is, we need to update the value of the index, so 1 should be here, 3, 6, 10. We need the value of this, all this, we need the value of all this. So how do we get this? So before incrementing the I value, when the value of the nums should be updated first, so nums of I should be updated with the sum. So when we, before incrementing the I, we need to update the value of I, so that when we incremented by 1 I value, then the value of nums will be 3, 6, 10 will be there. So we need to return the nums. Okay. So let's try this. With the code. So here is given a. So let's take a variable in sum is equal to 0. Okay, and let's iterate over the array for in I is equal to 0. I is less than size of the array, that is nums of size I plus plus, and we need to add the sum plus equal to nums of I. Then during this time we need to update the value of the nums of I. So nums of I equal to sum, and we simply return the nums, return nums. So if we submit this code, let's run the code. Yeah, it is accepted, and we simply submit it. Okay. So there is also another approach. So here I already write a code of the second approach. So here we are iterating over the array nums starting from the index 1 till the end of the array, and we are updating the current index with the sum of the previous value. So I will explain what this piece of code. See, we are taking the index array 1, 2, 3, 4, and we took the iterate over the I is equal to starting from the index 1, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. So we started I from here, right? And then we iterate till the end of the array, that is So let's say the array is A. So I should be size is A dot size I plus plus, right? And then we updated the value with the after adding the correct previous value. So I minus 1, and we return the updated array. Okay, so I will explain what this piece of code. So for integer, why we are taking the integer I is equal to 1, index 1. Why we are starting from index 1 means, since we are already, see, we will fill this array with the updated value. Okay, so in the first index, we no need to update the first index because 1 is already here and there is no previous value. So we simply write 1 here. For the index, first index, second index, that is I is equal to 1, we are updating. That means a of 1 is equal to a of 1 plus a of I minus 1 means 1 minus 1 is 0, right? So 1 minus 0 is a of 1 means is the value of the a of 1 is 2, right? And the previous value of a of 0 is 1. So we got the value 3. So we are updating the value 3 here. And I is incremented again. So I becomes 2, right? And then a of 2 equal to a of 2 plus a of 1. So what was the value of the a of 2? A of 2, we got the 3, right? So 3 is the current value. And what was the value of the a of 1? A of 1 is 3. So we got a value 6. So value 6 will be filled up here. Again, I is incremented by 1 again. So it becomes 3. And a of 3 is equal to a of 3 plus a of 3 minus 1 is 2, right? So it becomes 3. What is the value of the a of I? I is 4, right? So here is the value 4 and the previous value is 6. So we got 10. So we updated the value. So we return this value. So we got the desired output. That's what we are doing here. We are incrementing by 1 by starting from the index 1, and we are updating the current index with the sum. So that's all for this problem. And after submitting, yeah, it is accepted. So let's come to the second question of the day 1. So it is the Leetcode question number 724, and the title is the pivot find the pivot index. So let's read out the description. So it is given an array called nums having the integers value, and we need to calculate the pivot index of this array. So what is this pivot index? Pivot index is the index where the sum of all the numbers strictly to the left of the index is equal to the sum of all the numbers strictly to the index right. And another condition is there, if the index is on the left edge of the array, then the left sum is 0 because there are no elements to the left. And this also applies to the right edge of the array. So, and where return the leftmost pivot index. If no such index exists, then we need to return -1. So here is the example. So here the nums is an array having the integers value 173656, and we got output as 3. So how do we got this output 3? So the pivot here 3 is the pivot index. So what we are doing here is that we take the sum of the left. So left have nums 0 means that the first index, second index, and the third index. Still we got 11. Since we got the left sum and the right sum equal, then we need to return that index means the. So I will explain. I already write the code, and I will explain each and every line of this code. So what happened is here is that we take two variables, so left and the right, and the left is initialized to 0 and the right is initialized with the accumulate value, means that nums of it takes three arguments. So it is the range from the beginning to till the end, means the first index of the array, and the nums.n means that the end of the array, and 0 is the initial, means the value of the sum. So we initialize this last value, means the sum, with the 0, and we need to iterate over the array. So we start from the index I equal to 0 till the end of the array. So we take the size of the array, and then we incremented the I value also, and we take another variable called current weight. So current weight will have the values nums of I. If right, and then we need to we will update each and every iteration, we will update the value of the right. So so right value will be having right is subtracted with the value of current weight, means I will explain with the diagram in details again. If left and the right is equal, then we need to return the pivot index, that is I. And if not, then what to do? We increment the left value with the current weight. That means we need to sum the current weight. So let's take the I will explain the example. See now, say there are let's take the array 1 7 3 6 5 6. So first of all, we took three. Initially, we took two variables. Left is equal to 0, and the right equal to accumulate value, means from the range of begin to end, means all total how much we got. I think 7 3 10. 10 in total we got like around 20. 7 10 11 17 17 plus 5 23. 22 22 plus 6 28. We got right is equal to 28, and we need to iterate over the array. So for from the index I equal to 0 till the index n at the end of the array, that is, let's say size, say nums dot size, and increment the value by I. So what happened is that we will also take the another variable called the current weight. So current weight is initialized with the nums of I. So nums of I, and we updated the value of the right. Right is subtracted with the value of the current weight. So right minus current weight. Okay. So here, what is the value of the I is equal to 0? So I comes here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the I value is initially I is equal to 0. So current weight is equal to current weight equal to, what is the value of the current weight? Current weight is 1, because we are in the initial value, and the right means we 28, right? Initially 28 minus 1 equal to 27, right? And in the next line, what do we do? If left equal to right, then we return the I value, that means the index. And then if not, what to do? We increment the value of left. Left is equal to left plus current weight, right? And then if not, if all these all conditions are wrong, we return the -1, right? We return -1. So what happened here is that since we are in the left, what is the value of left? Left is 0, right? So left is 0 and the right is 27. Since these two are not equal, so we come to this line. So what is the value of left? Left is equal to 20, since 0 plus current weight is 1, right? So it will have the value of 1. Current weight will be 1. This is for the I value, I index 0, right? So let's come again to the we need to iterate over the next index. So I value will be 1 again, right? So for I is equal to 1, what to do? The current weight will be, what will be the current weight? Since current weight is equal to nums of y, means nums of y is nums of 1 means, so it will have the value of nums of 1. Nums of 1 value is almost, we got the 7, right? So 7 will be the nums of y. But the last for the, let's see, right, and the right value will be updated, right? Right is equal to, what was the value of the right? Right was 27, right? Right value was 27. So 27, we need to subtract the value of 7. So we got 20. So left value was, what was the value of what? 1. So left and the right are not equal. So we skip the line and come to the left not equal to right. So we come to the next line. So left value need to be updated, and how much we got? Left was 1 plus current weight is 7. So it comes 8. So this is for a value of index I is equal to 1. And I needs to be incremented by 1 again. So I becomes 2. And the current weight is equal to, what will be the value of the current weight? So it will be nums of 2. So it will be, how much is the current weight? It will be 3. So current weight will be 3 and the right will be updated. So how much will be the value of the right? Right will be, right value was 20, right? 20 minus 3, it comes 17. And the left value was, what was the value of left? Left is 8. So it is not equal to the right. So it is not equal to right. So we will come to the next and we will update the value of left. So left value will be incremented by current weight 17 plus how much value of the current weight is 3. So it comes 20. Oh no, it is 8. Sorry. 8 plus 3 is 8, left value was 8. 8 plus 3 is 11, right? And then we will come to the, we will increment by I is equal to index 3. So for index 3, what was the current weight of the nums I? It was nums of 3. So what is the value of the nums 3? It is 3, right? So it is 6. So the value of num3 is 6. So we will update the value of right. The value of right was 20 17, right? The value of right is 20 and the left is 11. So right will be updated. So 20 minus 6. No, it is 17. Sorry. So the value of the right was 17. So it will be 17. So 17 minus 6 equal to 11. And the left, we will check if left and the right is also. So left value is 11 and the right also. Okay, so we got the desired port. So I value will be 3. So we need to return this I. So that's what we are doing in this piece of code. I think let's try and run this code. Okay, it is accepted and let's submit it. Okay, it is accepted. So that's all for today. I will close the session.